Hi guys, I just want to share another train of thought with you. This one was started by Dale Redhage. In this comment, he says, just here, I believe they plan to tell us they've done some kind of preventive strike on North Korea tomorrow, which is March the 11th, and who would be able to verify it out of North Korea? They already faked all these shootings on the news and so on. The part that stood out to me here was that they would say that they've launched some sort of preventive strike on North Korea. Got me thinking about the Olympics, and they've got the Paralympics going on over there at the moment. And when I thought about 311 and the Olympics, it took me back to the iPad Goat video, to this scene just here as it's all starting. And the O here made me think of Olympics. And then I noticed that the O is in the third row and is the 11th letter in this alphabet that's missing A, B, C, and D. And that kind of stood out to me because obviously I'm looking at March the 11th, 311, and according to this chart, 311, something to do with an O. So I started looking at like the Olympics, and obviously that's a 2018 Winter Olympics. They've got, this is their this was the opening ceremony. Sorry, of the opening ceremony of the Paralympics, and they've got like this giant glowing ball and all these people standing around. I was thinking, is it possible that something might happen in South Korea tomorrow? Maybe some sort of attack or something that kind of throws this whole North Korea USA peace deal kind of thing off the table, and then things kick off from there. It's a possibility. But then I was thinking about the Olympic Stadium in Stratford, and how things were being talked about going on there. As I mentioned before, the opening and closing ceremony at this stadium was incredibly occult and just really disturbing to watch. So they could be planning to do something there. 6 years later, it was used in 2012. We're now in 2018. It's 6 miles from central London. So the whole thing as well is shaped like an eye as well. You can see it there. Just goes to the point there, comes back round, and in the middle you've got the eye, like the pupil, the retina, all of it. It's all there. This whole stadium is surrounded by 14 triangles, or as we know them, pyramids, which obviously have reference to, the occult and the way they use these symbols. The whole black and white tiling in there, reference to the, Masons, and they've got this big white circle in the middle, and who knows what's underneath that? They could have buried something there. It's possible. Over here we've got this structure which really just isn't visually appealing at all. So you'd wonder why they put it there. But when you look at it in a kind of different aspect, it looks like a male penis ejaculating, which is again another reference that we have on the chalkboard behind Bush over here in the iPad Goat video, which they seem to love to kind of reference these things. And when you again kind of look at it, this is an eye, but it could also be, a structural interpretation of a vagina there, and a penis ejaculating over here, something to do with birth or rebirth, generation, destruction, coming, order out of chaos, that kind of theory as well. So there's a lot of symbolism in this stadium, and it could be that 6 years later, tomorrow, possibly, they could plan to blow it up, or something to do with, I don't know, some form of destruction, shooting something, I don't know. But that's two of the O's that are kind of associated with the alphabet on the iPad Goat wall there, with O being in the third row and the 11th letter. And then you've got Obama, which kind of again stands out to me because the video I just posted, I was talking about Obama possibly being shot. It could be Trump, it could be Bush, and it could be Obama. In this interpretation, I'm looking at Obama. 311 having associations with Obama, and 311 being Mother's Day in the UK. And as I mentioned in the previous video, when you put Mother's Day into the gematria calculator, you get 666, Obama killed, 7 Deshaun, 7 Holton, 7. Now, I don't know if this is Mother's Day UK or Mother's Day USA. I just put Mother's Day, and that's what come up. And then you've got the 311 connecting to the letter O, which could be the Olympics that's going on in South Korea at the moment, the Olympic Stadium in Stratford, London, or Obama. So I'm not really sure which one it's related to. I'm kind of leaning more towards the Obama. Second opinion is the Olympic Stadium in Stratford, London, and third opinion would be the Paralympics that's going on in South Korea at the moment. That is pretty much my video. Thank you to Dale for commenting and kind of starting that whole train of thought. Beware the bubble. You see these kind of messages that they put up. That's it. So you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and God bless.